guys, welcome to a new school year. Welcome back to ACES, my third graders. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Miss Liz and I will be your guys' third grade ACES leader. To start off our video, I want to say welcome to a new school year. I know it's different, I know it's all online, and it's going to be super crazy, but I'm really looking forward to it because I have some really awesome, fun projects planned for you guys and I can't wait to get them out to you. So starting this week, week 1, you guys will be receiving 2 projects, one DIY project and one ACES YouTube project, which is this one. And you guys will also be receiving your toolbox and a welcome letter, and we'll just go through the toolbox and see what it looks like inside. So in your toolbox, you will have, look at this, you will have a welcome letter from Mrs. Tootle, who is our head leader. So you'll have a welcome letter for parents. And then kids, I know it's not in here right now, but you guys will have a really cool little packet full of coloring pages, word searches, little things like that to keep you guys busy and occupied besides your 2 projects that I'm providing. Inside of your toolbox is going to be a bag of markers. So look at all those beautiful colors. A ruler, and all the colors will be different, just depends on what you get. 2 pencils, a pencil sharpener, a glue stick, scissors, and a special item, which is oil pastels. Now some of your oil pastels will look like this, the others will look a little bit different, but they'll still be oil pastels for you guys. So everyone will have the same thing in their toolbox, along with the packet that I'm providing, which is not seen right now. So there's your toolbox. Here's the welcoming letter, and then the packet I will show you guys later. So your 2 projects this week they're gonna end up in a little bag like this, and your ACES YouTube project is gonna be inside, as well as your DIY project. Okay. Now, the secret is for this week that this bag is a part of the DIY project. So your DIY project this week is going to be to color this bag. Now, I'm showing you the blank side of this, but I have a bright side. So as you can see, I decorated my little drawstring backpack. And so that's what you guys will be doing. And inside the backpack is going to be a bag with 1 black Sharpie and 1 different colored permanent marker, okay? Now keep in mind, you guys can use the black marker to draw designs and color it in with this one color, which would be like a cool little mandala design. Or you can do what I did and draw the designs with the black marker and use, out of your toolbox that I just gave you guys, all these really pretty colors, okay? So it's all up to you guys, it's all your choice. If you guys have any tools or art items that you guys have collected from last year, if you guys are in ACES or STEAM, feel free to decorate your bag with those. You guys are welcome to do that. And if you do something that's a little bit different, go ahead and send me a picture. I would love to see that. It'd be really awesome. So yes, so the backpack is your DIY, and inside the backpack is your ACES YouTube project. So we found the 2 markers, and inside our little backpack you will find a bag of little wooden beads for our project, some yarn. You should have about 4 or 5 spools depending on the size of the spool. So I have purple, like this orange yellowish mustard color, brown, and pink. That's cute. I like that color combination. You guys will have this burlap string, a little knot tied in it, but that will be for our project. You guys will have at least 1 to 2 wooden dowels, or you guys will have a ring. Now all of you guys should have the wooden dowels, and then we should all have the ring as well. So if you can't guess what we're doing from the project side, pull out. We are going to be making macrame wall hangings. I did this with you guys, I think during ACES last year. as just like a little fun Friday project, and all of you guys loved it so much, so I thought I would bring it back with a little bit of new items and some cool, really authentic like little rings and stuff. So yeah, that will be the beginning of our Aces YouTube project. Now let's get into it. Okay, so for our macrame wall hangings, I brought out the one that I made last year. So to give you an example of the kinds that you can do, so I did this last year. It was super simple and easy, and I will definitely show you guys how to do it on the wooden dowel. So you guys have a choice of doing it on a wooden dowel, which is these ones. And these ones are a bit better than the ones we used last year for Fun Friday. So you have a choice to do it on this, and then you have a choice to do it on the ring. Now I'm going to try it on the ring. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're just going to try and see what happens. And yeah, so you guys have a choice. I had like green, white, and cream yarn on there. And for my choices this year, I had these colors. So these colors are really pretty. I'm going to try to incorporate all of them. But yeah, we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do is, what I used to hang up this one, I use the burlap string. So that's what this is for. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different this year. Because I did not provide glue and I kind of glued on the string to the ends last year, I'm going to see if I cannot loop it through. So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is untie the string and make the string ends even on both sides. As so. Okay, and then so it's going to look like this, and then you're going to take this loop right here and put it into the golden ring, and then you grab these and pull it through the loop. So when you do, it's going to make a little thing. So you can make it like a little hanging fastening thing, which makes it easy to hang. And then you can trim however much string you want off of it and go from there. Now, on the golden rings, there's like these two lines that you can kind of tell like where they meet. And I'm going to put that burlap string right over that, so I can tell that is my center. Okay, so I'm thinking because I did this color and I took it out of my room, so I had it hanging up in my room, I'm going to do a little bit different. So I'm going to cancel this out. You guys can definitely use all the colors that I provided, or you can use 2 or 1 or 3, whatever you guys want. This is your project, you guys decide. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the mustard color, and I don't know which one's this one or this one. I think I like this one. It's very pretty. But this one matches my room. I think I'm gonna do this. It's cute. And if it doesn't match, that's fine. So the design I'm going for, I will put a picture of the design down below while you guys are watching, so you guys can see. But what I'm going for is in the ring, there's gonna be 10 loops of string on each side, or 5 because the string is a little bit smaller. And then I'm gonna intercross them, and we'll see how I do that in a minute, okay? So let's go on to our speed track video. For my macrame hanging, I'm going to show you guys what it kind of looks like. What I did is I cut 4 pieces of string and made sure they're all looped together. I didn't really mind if the ends were all uneven because I will be trimming the wall hanging later. So I made 4 sets of strings hold on. I made 4 sets of 4 strings. So I made 4 of these, and each one has 4 strings looped together. So there you go. So there's just 4 of them. And then, so I did 4 sets of 4 strings for each color that I'm using. And I think I just got them mixed up, but that's okay. We'll just unwind it later. So yeah, so that's how I'm gonna start off. I want to kind of start off and show you guys how I'm gonna put them together on the ring. So as you can see, I have the brown ones and I have the mustard ones. And so we're gonna get the mustard side of the macrame hanging on there first. And then we'll do the other side. So I'm gonna just find where I put all the loops at and make sure I have them all over my finger. And again, guys, the bottoms don't really have to be even because you'll be trimming them up later. So the reason why I made sure my burlap string was right in the middle where the two rings meet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you see that little line right here, it'll be like a little rough spot. I put my burlap string right there so that I can know that there's a middle right there. And then after I made the loop, I'm gonna tie a knot. I didn't tie it, but I'm gonna tie one right here. So after I loop it on there, and tie a knot. So that way it's all set in there. And so you're gonna have the loop. And you're basically gonna separate them out. So you're gonna have 4 strings on each side. So it's gonna be like halfway folded over your finger. And you are going to have the loop like that open, and then you're gonna grab the rest of the string and pull it through. Kind of like how we did in the beginning with this burlap string. So yeah, so you'll have 4 on each side. Make sure you pull it tight, and then you're just gonna keep on tying them on. So find the end loops of the mustard color set of strings. Again, the ends don't have to be mixed, but make sure they're not tangled. That one looks pretty. So we have our loop ready and tight next to the other mustard one. So our loop is there. We're gonna pull the string through our loop and the loop. And I'm gonna try to show you guys a close-up of it. Those 2 on there. And grab another set of 4 strings. Okay. Make the loop. And make sure that it's on the same side as the mustards are on. And you grab this end right here. Put your fingers through and pull bottom part through and tug, and there it is. Make sure they're all on the same side. And then grab my last set of 4. Loop on one side, grab the rest of it, and then pull through the loop. So we will be separating them out. We'll separate them out in a minute, and then we're gonna put the other side on. So the other side would be this brown color right here. Okay, so it's gonna be the same thing. So a loop over your finger, grab the ends, pull them through the loop, and then tug. That's a bit crazy. Tug, and it should be nice and tight over the ring. So, I think the most time-consuming part about this project is cutting the yarn. That's why I said I was gonna do like 6 on each side, and then I looked at it, I was like, I'll do 4. So it's still doing four sets of 4 strings for each color. will give you plenty of string to work with later on when we're making the designs. Okay, loop it through, pull it. Okay, our last set of strings is on. Yes, you will have a lot of excess, but that's okay because we want that all to be hanging on the bottom once we tie these on right here. So now that we have our 4 sets of strings on, we are going to make a cool little pattern I saw on Pinterest. And yeah, we'll go on ahead with that. So, don't know if you can see it from here, but we are going to have these 4 strings, the 4 loops on each one, and they're gonna kind of be intertwined with this side. You guys can feel free to stop here and start trimming, or you guys can use the other 2 colors that I gave you guys in your bag, and you guys can fill the little gaps in between. That's what I'm going to do, and you're gonna do the same thing that you did up here to tie them on. I can't talk to it. So yeah, so we'll cut out 4 strings and then do however many sets you want, and then fill in the gaps, and then after that, you guys can add on your beads or anything like that. I believe I'm going to make a couple extra colors of these ones, so I can just put them in there on the bottom, and then I'll go ahead and trim them after I'm done. So, I'm going to go on and go ahead and make it's going to give you something to work on. You don't have to take all day on it. But yeah, I trimmed it on the bottom as you can see in the time lapse. I trimmed it to kind of make it like a little V-shaped thing. And it does need to be trimmed up just a bit more. Not really good because I just set it center. It looks a little bit better. But okay, obviously they don't have to be all like even or anything like that. So you guys saw how I did this. So I just kind of did a crisscross across each pattern. And then so I did a crisscross against each pattern. So you take the first 2 in the middle, cross them, grab the next 2 on the outsides, cross them again on the opposite side, and then you just tie them on the bottom. And then what I did to make it a little bit more fun, in the gaps in between the yellows, I put pink, and then a pink right here on the ending, and then I put a purple right here, beginning before the brown, and then in between each brown I put purple. So that's what I did. I even got you guys some beads, so if you guys want to bead those onto your yarn, go ahead and do that. I don't think I will, but definitely I want you guys to use them right here, or you can put them interlace somewhere here before you tie them on the bottom. Anything you guys want, it's all yours. But yeah, here is our macrame wall hanger. I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this. It really, the biggest thing about this is cutting your yarn, and so that's kind of iffy, but if you guys are willing to do it, it's super easy and super fun. And yeah, there you guys are. We made our first project this week. We'll see you guys next week for a really cool project I'm excited about. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but yeah, I'm not gonna give it away. See you guys next week. Bye.